We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Right to the air goes Nix. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Nix to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They're going. It's Nix. Look at the big man rumble. He'll have the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Slot man moves right. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run to go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bonito in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now it's Nix.
Touchdown, Broncos. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
65 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there is no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten up.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Throwing Nix. We'll get that complete to Velo. Down to the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This is Brown going up the middle. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2, ready?
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. From 17 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Here's Nix. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw is Nix. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
The give is to McLaughlin.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Higgins goes in motion right.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The Bengals hit 5 and 10 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow looking to pass. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
11.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11.
From midfield now, Burrow. Dancing to his left.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? Nix from the shotgun.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Working out of the gun is Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Just say, 11 MT, Kate. 11 MT.
Here's Burrow. And got his man complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Dot. 12. Dot.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
That is caught. He's got the first down and then some.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Lutz now to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
Now Burrow.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Burrow will throw.
Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
To throw, here's Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Steps away. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's McLaughlin.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nix to the air.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how
Now Burrow loses the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. On the return is Jones. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
12, 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. McPherson on for the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. To the right side and intercepted. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Andre Yoshibas,
55 yards.
And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. McPherson now for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing Nix. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, 58 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
12, 12, 12, 11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11, 11, 11.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Riley Moss. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop the score.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Right back to Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
11.
To throw, Burrow.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Being chased out left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now Burrow.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
11 MT, take 11.
Here's Burrow.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Burrow.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. Throwing, Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st